everyone. Today I'll be talking about the Smythson Notebook. So this notebook is new to me. I was not familiar with the Smythson brand at all. It is a British brand. I actually got this notebook through my Buy Nothing group. So there's lots of little gems in your Buy Nothing group. If you haven't heard of it, it's a hyper-local giving group from your neighbors close to you, and it gives items a new life and keeps things out of the landfill. So definitely take a look. I found this gem on there, something I was not familiar with, but I love stationery, so I thought I would take a look. So Smythson of Bond Street, and it was established in 1887. It was a long time ago. Comes in a blue box. This is a pink notebook, says Dreams and Thoughts on it. This is very Barbie pink, which I love because the movie was fantastic. Smythson of Bond Street. It has gilded edges. It's a very tiny notebook. This notebook is about the palm of your hand. So I can measure it real quick. It's about 14 cm by 8.5 cm. So let's take a look. It uses blue paper, which matches the box it came in. It talks about featherweight paper. So featherweight paper is what they've called this. It is about half the thickness and weight of normal paper, so 50 GSM. So if you're familiar with the Hobonichi paper, that's 52 GSM. And I personally was not familiar at all with this featherweight paper, but each piece of paper is watermarked. It's hard to show on camera, but it is watermarked. You can see it here. It says registered featherweight, London. Wow, this does seem a little bit extra for a notebook to watermark everything, and they use floppy binding. So I usually prefer notebooks that have just a paper or very thin cover. Seems a little more sustainable than once you're done with this, then you know it actually stays attached to the cover. So I believe they have a pretty big following. If anyone's from the UK, please let me know if this is actually a popular brand. They are more luxury goods. That's their market, and they sell stationery. So let's see. If anyone's been to the store, I'm also curious what that's like, what the vibe is. They pride themselves on being very British, which I then dug into a little bit, but it's actually owned or held by a company that's based in Switzerland. So there's a little bit of irony in that. All right, so I started with a pen test. It actually looks really good. This is a pen test that I did with the Pilot Takesume ink. I'll continue a little bit here. See if there's any bleed through. Wow, this looks great, especially with blue coloring. You really can't see the ghosting as much. So that is with a standard fairly wet ink. So the Hiroshi Zuku inks are pretty wet. So let's try a Sailor ink. This is Sailor Emoji. And you know, this ink actually looks really nice on the blue color. I wasn't expecting that. I've really been only using off-white or cream paper, white paper. So this is my first instance using blue paper. Oh, and if I hold it up, you can see the watermark on each page. Actually, it is hard to see on the camera, but each page is watermarked. So there's a watermark here, there's a watermark here. So they definitely want you to know this is their special paper. And this is a great paper. I had some doubts only because I've only been familiar with Japanese fountain pen papers. And look at this. This is quite nice. So if you don't mind blue paper, maybe this could be one of your favorite papers. All right, it's a lined notebook. It's small. It comes with a ribbon bookmark, which is really nice. And I'll let you know how it feels. It might be more of a jotting things on the go type of notebook because of how small it is and the floppy binding. So it's not a lay flat. So for long journaling sessions, most people like a full lay flat so it doesn't interfere if you're right-handed or left-handed. But this one is more of an on-the-go kind of notebook, which I think works for it because it comes with its own cover already. So, all right, that was just some thoughts about a notebook I have never heard of before. If you are familiar with this, let me know your experience. I'm curious, I'm very curious to know. And hey, maybe check out your Buy Nothing group and see what kind of gems people are giving away. All right, that's all for now. Bye.